going to be teaching you how to play piano. Let's get right into it. To start off, proper posture and hand placement is needed. You want your back straight, perpendicular to the bench, and you want your hands and forearms parallel to the ground, as well as your fingers must be curled slightly. This allows proper maneuvering of the piano. Let's move on. Secondly, everyone needs to know what finger numbers are. This works for both your left and your right hand. Your thumb to your pinky is numbers 1 through 5. So your thumb is number 1, your index finger is number 2, your middle finger is number 3, your ring finger is number 4, and your pinky is number 5. Next thing everyone needs to know is what the keys to the piano are. The first key on the piano is referred to as A. Each white key going up the piano, which is going from the left side to the right side of the piano, is the next letter in the alphabet until you get to G, which is included, and then you go back to A. This process is repeated until you reach the last key, which happens to be a C. Now you may have noticed that the letter of the keys follow a pattern with the black keys on the keyboard. They are in the same position with respect to the 2 or 3 black keys and what one could call a group of black keys. Now the letter A is always to the left of the 3rd black key in the group of 3 black keys. That's why the first key is the letter A, because you have 2 black keys here, and if there were more black keys over here, this would be to the left of the 3rd black key. The other keys have placements according to the black keys as well. By using the knowledge I gave you about the letters of the keys, you can learn what position they are according to the black keys. Now that you know this pattern, we are going to move on to what middle C is. Starting from the left side of the piano, you're looking for the 4th C. Now C is to the left of the 2 black keys, so here's the 1st C, here's the 2nd, here's the 3rd, and here's the 4th. So this is middle C. Now the reason no other key is referred to as middle and its respective letter actually has to deal with sheet music, which will be discussed later in the video. For now, we will move on to the C major scale. The C major scale involves playing 8 white keys from one C to the next. Most commonly, the right hand is placed at middle C to play this scale. Now you only have 5 fingers, even though there are 8 keys to play. So to play this scale, you first want to play 3 keys and then move your hand to play the rest. So it should go something like this. Notice that once I got to 3, I put my 1 behind the 3 and played the next key on the piano, which is F. And then I continued up the piano, and once I got to C, I went back down the piano, switched over again, and went back down to C. Next, I'll discuss what a scale is. A scale is a set of keys, usually derived from something known as an octave. An octave involves playing 8 keys, hence the octave prefix. The sequence of a major scale which is derived from an octave, involves a series of steps. Every major scale has the same number and types of steps. So the types of steps are a half step and a full step. A half step involves playing one key and then playing the very next. A full step involves playing one key, skipping over a key, and then playing the next. So as you can see, when you do a half step from C, you play this black key, and when you do a full step, you play D. If you do a half step from B, you're playing C, and if you do a full step from B, you skip over C and you play this black key here. So now I'm going to use C major to explain how every major scale has its steps laid out. You have a full step, another full, a half, a full, 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 half. So using this knowledge, an A major goes like this. Full, full, half, full, 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 half. Now I will explain how to read sheet music. I've prepared a visual to help teach how to read sheet music. This top symbol indicates the treble clef, and this bottom symbol is known as the bass clef. For the most part, treble means you should use your right hand, and bass means you should use your left hand. Now if you look over here to the right, each line indicates a line on sheet music, and each blue line indicates a space on sheet music. So the bottom of the bass clef is G and the top is A. The bottom of the treble clef is an E and the top is an F. Now going back to middle C, two keys up from A on the bass clef and two keys down from E on the treble clef is middle C. Now to the final part of the video. Now that you know how to read sheet music, all you need is the sheet music to read from. I recommend Piano Adventures by Nancy and Randall Faber. These are the books I use to learn piano. Obviously, this says level 3A. I no longer have the previous levels, which I do recommend. Start at level 1 and work your way up. The key to learning piano is to remember to keep practicing. With that, I have done all that I can to teach you the basics of how to play piano. Good luck, and remember, keep practicing.